Sebastia and Lelio, firstly, congratulations on your Oscar nomination.
Thank you.
Did you see it coming at all?
Not a year ago,
Okay.
when we released the film at Berlin Film Festival, no. But then in the last few months, the film became more and more into the conversation, and it was a possibility.
And did you celebrate hard?
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
until very late.
You've previously described A Fantastic Woman as a trans-genre film. What exactly do you mean by that?
I mean that the film's identity is gender fluid, and it's oscillating between different tonalities and genres. So it starts as a romantic film, then it becomes like a thriller, and then it is a character study, and it's a film about a woman, but then it's a ghost film, and it's a funeral movie, and then it's a musical. So this identity in flux, it's deeply connected with its main subject of study, which is Marina, whose own identity is crucial as well for the story. So the question, what is a woman, translates into the film as a device, as a cinematic device, as what is a film.
Considering the fact that you're not transgender yourself, was this film challenging to write?
Very, yeah. But then it was a fascinating process, because I was trying to catch up with the complexity of the character, and then the character itself was pushing things further. So it was kind of like a competition between the character and the script, if you can make that crazy separation, you know. And then Daniela, the main actress, Daniela Vega, she was a friend of the project, like a cultural advisor. She had no idea about what the script was about, but she was someone to talk to, and we became friends, and during a year we talked a lot, and somehow that became part of the equation as well. And so I think all that made the writing process very, very challenging, but I was very grateful, because I knew it was an opportunity for me as a filmmaker to get into unknown territories, you know.
And in terms of your relationship with Daniela Vega, she started out as a consultant at first, didn't she?
Yeah.
Whilst you were writing the project.
Right.
I was just wondering if she brought any of her personal experiences to the script when you were writing it.
Well, not directly. I would say lots of details came out of our conversations. You know, in the way in which microaggressions happen, or a few things that she has heard in her life. But it's not a biographical film at all. It's very, very fictional. What is not fictional is the fact that at the center of all this game of genres and tonalities, and there is something real. There is a real person, a transgender woman that is interpreting a transgender role, and that puts everything into a very unique dimension. You know, it gives a unique dimension to the whole combo.
Yeah. And in the film's more violent sequences, they're quite uncomfortable to watch, of course. How was it directing Vega in those scenes? Was she uncomfortable as well?
Yeah, it was hard. It was painful and difficult, but she was very, generous and brave. And then, as soon as we said cut, we were all like hugging and protecting each other. But yeah, it wasn't easy. Yeah.
Obviously, this is a social realist film, but it bursts with dreamlike imagery and even sort of delves into the nightmarish.
Right.
I was just wondering what your motivations were behind these more surreal sequences.
Well, getting away from social realism.
Right.
Because really, the aesthetic of social realism is not the aesthetic of this film. The way in which a film about a transgender character should be shot is with the raw light of social realism. Handheld, natural light, ugly. Which is, it can be great, and there are great samples of that style in cinema history. But the playful, or if you want, subversive move here was to make a film with even classical calligraphy that hides something that is not classical at all, which is this transgender character and the fact that it's being interpreted by a transgender actress. So it's like a Trojan horse.
Yes, exactly. The camera rarely leaves Marina, and it creates the effect is that it creates an overwhelming empathy from the audience to Marina's character and to the struggles she has to go through. Do you feel this movie might be a stepping stone into a general acceptance of the transgender community?
Oh, I don't know. I that's hard for me to evaluate. I mean, when we started writing the film, the transgender visibility hadn't yet exploded in popular culture.
Yes.
It happened in 3 years. A huge change. And when we were releasing the film a year ago, the world had already turned 180 degrees towards the Middle Ages on top of that.
Yes.
So it suddenly became, there wasn't like an urgency to the film, but I wasn't calculating that at all. At the very beginning, I was like blindly following an intuition, So yeah, I can see the timely element, and I think that's good, But it's hard to foresee the effects that a film will finally have. I have to say that this entire year has been very rewarding, and the fact that the film has been obtaining more and more awareness, it's I guess it's a good sign.
You're now in the middle of making 2 American movies, one of which is a remake of your 2013 film Gloria. I was just wondering if there was any difference between Chile and America in terms of filmmaking.
Yeah, there are some differences, but at the end of the day, making a film is making a film. It's kind of like it's the same problem.
Yes.
There might be more lawyers and agents, but at the end of the day, it's the same kind of challenge. I mean, you have a camera and you have actors and a certain amount of time to make the scenes work. So in that sense, I felt at home in both cases.
Okay.
One of them is more British than American.
Yes.
Disobedience. Yeah.
Brilliant. Okay. Well, finally, what's the first thing you do if A Fantastic Woman won the Oscar?
Right after everything's over.
Yeah.
Well, I guess try to sleep.
Brilliant. Well, that's brilliant. Thank you very much.
Thank you.